It's Week 17 of the NFL, and we'll see Chris Olave. He's on the doorstep of another milestone in a great season, approaching 1,200 yards. It's the Saints and the Niners. All that and more coming up next.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they're hot as can be. Winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Right to the air is Carr. There's Chris Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore. And the Saints are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. They fake the handoff. Now Carr, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The focus goes back to Chris Olave, the Saints offense.
As we find ourselves in Week 17, he's already well over the 1,000-yard mark. So there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally ends.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So
there he goes, left side.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Chase Claypool, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At their own 16. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Purdy bootlegging it. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The Niners have 13 and 2 on the year, and they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
3rd and 5.
Oh, he fakes a spike. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 12 carries, 52 yards.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Now Carr. Thomas has got it. Complete.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
To throw his Carr.
He's got Thomas yet again, complete.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Javon Hargrave. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brings up about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So Carr departs, and on is Blake Grupe for the Saints field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. But it looks like down the numbers. There he goes. He's past the 30. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Extra point try now for Moody. And that makes it 14-10. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. Fights through, now a crease. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, good for the Saints, 1st down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Carr gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Carr. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Kamara up the middle. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Carr completes it. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Kamara try the right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
Carr going to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So Carr departs, and on is Blake Grupe for the Saints field goal. From the right hash, and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding pattern.
Now a throw here, hauled in. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Complete to Olave on the out route. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 5. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 9. From the gun, it's Carr. He completes it to Olave. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Into the red zone, it's Carr. His throw incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Carr going to try and throw on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
And his kick here is good. And they have regained the lead. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field.
He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, get a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
A second down throw for Purdy. And he fires one incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Taken from just outside the 30. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Carr now on 1st down.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Carr.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Carr.
That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
4th down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage.
So Carr departs and on his Blake Groupie for the Saints field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will push the lead up to 5.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
On 1st down, Purdy.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And it's the Seahawks who are out in front in the 2nd quarter. The Seahawks trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. 3 touchdown passes there for Will Levis. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Joe Mixon, a couple of touchdown runs. We saw a strong first half from the veteran quarterback, Derek Carr. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime, but the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon.
From a couple
and
yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion.
And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And some strong running. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Right back to Juszczyk again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Now Moody for the PAT.
And the lead is up to 5. That time a 9-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And the Niners defenders get there and bring him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
To throw, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Carr now to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at about the 32. This is Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now a run with McCaffrey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Throwing here, Purdy. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 1st down, Carr. Pressure comes and down he goes. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Carr. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. Skirts by at the 15, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
2nd and goal from the 1. Back to throw, Purdy. Touchdown, 49ers! George Kittle, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Niners are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Moody good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Carr going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Carr. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Chase Young in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back. Because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Olave over the middle, and he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the 17-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Purdy bootlegging it. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Purdy from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. One is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. So time for Carr and the Saints. Down by 15. 1:13 to play. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 2-point conversion mixed in there as well. Throwing is Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
The extra point try now for Moody. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On play action, it's Carr. He's going to let it fly. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the Niners are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
5 yards on the play.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.